building resilience in children is key to helping them navigate life's challenges. Today, we'll explore practical tips for fostering a positive mindset, overcoming fears, and supporting their personal growth. Plus, we'll dive into an inspiring new book called All the Ways to Go that touches on these important themes. Here to share more is the award-winning author herself, Jessie Janowitz. Welcome, Jessie.
Hi, thanks so much for having me, Desiree.
Oh,
I'm really happy to be here to share more about my book, All the Ways to Go.
we're excited and happy to have you on. So, Jessie, as adults, we have our own New Year resolutions that we're trying to achieve right now. But what should parents consider when it comes to setting goals for their kids in 2025?
Whoa, that's a big one. There are so many. But with regards to reading and just the mental health crisis that's been well documented, the Surgeon General came out with a report earlier last year about how there is an epidemic of loneliness. Basically, I think kids and adults have lost some critical ability to connect. When we are multitasking, right, we're watching television, we're on our phone, we're doing 5 different things at once, we're not actually connected to anything. And I think books really force us to be connected, because you can't multitask when you're reading a book, right? You're just doing that one thing. And Trevor Noah actually has been going around talking about this in a way that I think both adults and kids can relate to, which is that when you read a book, it activates your mind and your imagination in this way that can only be described as magical, where you see the pictures happening, and that action makes you so present and so connected. And so I would say anything we can do as parents to create that feeling of connection. And it doesn't just have to be, hey, will you please read 30 minutes a day? That is not going to work. Our kids are not reading. We have to change it up. So it's a family read aloud. Or list audiobooks in the car. When you experience stories with your kids, it creates an opportunity for a shared experience, an opportunity to talk about things that maybe might be a little bit more uncomfortable if you're talking about it directly for yourself. But if you're talking about a character, it kind of opens the door to make it a little bit easier. All my books are meant to be read as family read alouds, precisely for this reason. One of my favorite emails that I ever received was from a mom during COVID who was thanking me for writing a book that was in particular a great family read aloud, because her kids were in Zoom school. She had nothing to do with them in the afternoons, and she started reading. She had 3 kids reading my first book, The Donut Fix, to her kids, and they were all laughing. The best part of the email was she said Dad was supposed to be working in the next room and they could hear him giggling.
Oh, he had to join. And you mentioned one of your books. Can you tell us about your most recent book, All the Ways to Go?
Sure. All the Ways to Go is about a boy, Milo, who's 12 years old. And I really wanted to explore this idea of the difficulty of communicating hard truths about ourselves, right? Like whether you're an adult or a kid, sometimes you change, interests change, the way you feel changes, and it's so hard to tell the people we love if we think they're going to be disappointed. So Milo is a chess champion. Since he's 4 years old, he's been winning tournaments, and everyone in his life is so excited about it. And he wakes up one morning and he just doesn't want to play anymore. And he can't come clean to his mom because he's so afraid she's going to be disappointed. And I tell all my stories through humor, because I think
You have to.
that's how kids connect,
Yes.
right? You cannot lecture, you cannot, everything. I hear over and over and over again from parents, my kids are reading the saddest books. And I think my job is writing as a writer. I need a giggle, kids need a giggle. So we can deal with these
Jessie, we want to make
complicated
sure we can
issues
tell
with
our viewers
humor.
where they can get your book. We're running out of time. So I'm going to let them know where they can go for more
Absolutely.
info. Thank you so much to our viewers. To order your own copy of All the Ways to Go, visit jessiejanowitz.com.